I'm Deacon Danny with Christ the King School and Church. Peace be with you. I remember a few years ago, I was teaching one of our missionary priests how to drive in the United States of America. He was progressing and was ready to drive on the highway. He requested that his practice drive would take us to the Missionaries of Charity. I noticed as we pulled up, the sisters were loading into their minivan, getting ready to leave. We stepped out of the car, and they all voiced their gratitude to God for answering their prayers and sending them a priest for their visit to the prisons. I was struck not by their gratitude, but by their lack of surprise. They were fully expecting a priest to accompany them to the prison that day, and indeed he did. Jesus says, "Salt is good, but if salt becomes insipid, with what will you restore its flavor? Keep salt in yourselves, and you will have peace with one another." Mark 9:50. Dr. Healy explains, the salt Jesus is talking about is genuine zeal or fervor for God. And speaking of salt becoming insipid, Jesus is cautioning his disciples against falling into a bland spirituality that has no power to attract others. This blandness comes about primarily from a reluctance to embrace Jesus' call to humility and radical self-denial. End quote. The sisters' spirituality was far from bland. It was salted to perfection. I was inspired and dumbfounded by the matter-of-fact attitude they had regarding what seemed to me a near impossible miracle. Their radical humility and self-denial made their living faith believable and inspiring. Take some time today and visit with Jesus about someone who you have experienced who lives the faith in an inspiring way. Visit with him about how salty you are. What stirs in your heart? Let's pray for one another. God bless.